I wish I was joking, but I really am not. I swear about. I have a pond to jump into. Just saying. Hello, welcome back to another contact.jacobishere channel. I'm Jacob from Jacobishere, and today we are playing with Birth to Death. Birth to Death is a series on my channel where we follow a single birth to death. We're living moments in their lives as they go through each stage of life. Each stage gets a little longer and longer. For instance, when she was in her mother's stomach for the first episode, that was one. Baby years, because we don't have infants yet. If you're watching this pre-infants update, if you're watching it afterwards, we didn't have infants until March of 2023, and I started this back in February of 2022. It was one day because it was a boring lifestyle, you know. Toddlers, I think, were 3 parts. Children's were like 9, and now we're into teen, and teen is around 10 to 11 parts, depending on what ends up happening. And the last part, that was a little bit over explanation. Last part, she had a conversation with her mom and her grandma after career day, after trying to figure out what she wants to do for the rest of her life. It's like a very big thing in her life that she's actively trying to figure out. She wants to just go directly get a loan, buy a business, and take her way that way. If she wants to support her art career, which she truly does really like doing, all these murals and stuff, but she's not really into painting, she's not really into all these other things, and so she's not sure if there is money there, or if she wants to do things. Should be a doctor, should she be a lawyer, should she be a scientist, an engineer? She has a lot of different prospects in her brain because she likes a bunch of different stuff. She's a very well-rounded sim, and so she's currently jotting down in her journal as we speak right now. That is what she's doing. You guys can't see the journal, but there's a journal because she's getting ready to run off. Today is college visit day. Her grandma had a conversation with her after her mother went to bed and was like, hey, honestly, I don't really think the art thing, there's any money there. I don't think it's good for you. And her rebuttal is always the same, but you were someone who did gardening. Like, that was your career, was gardening. And she's like, I understand that, but it's a different circumstances. I just don't know if there's money there. We need to go visit the colleges, see if you even spark with them. And if not, we can think of other possibilities. But I promise you, you're going to love Foxbury. Her entire half of this family is a part of Foxbury, like alumni. It's like a really big deal. Isn't that right, Min? I think it is. One of her other things her mother had said to her, and something to keep in the back of her mind, is she goes to college single. I don't know if that really contained to, like, if she wasn't going to college. That's interesting, because I'm not really sure. But that being said, I'm going to meet you guys when we get to Foxbury. We're going to go into the main, like, each person's main den. I'd like to mention that both these places, Wrightchester itself is under renovation, and by the time she starts, it could look very different. Just know that going into it. But right now, we're going to deal with the ones we got. And so we're going into Foxbury. Alright, we have landed in Foxbury. So London decided she'd take her around on a tour today. Grandmother was going to come, and she still can come later on. Yeah, I thought maybe it would just be the normal Foxbury comments. We'll get something different for this for sure. The big things here, and I think this is the big thing that she's going to tell, when she's talking, London talking to Mindy, obviously, is that robotics is really big over on this side. And they do have a good fine arts program. Everybody graduated from the fine arts program. It's basically her family's program. And she's like, just go ahead, run off, go ahead and check out all different places. They're just going to go here together, and we can come over here. This is a good thing to go to. So we'll go over there. Because she's going to look at the dorms, which are above us. And then these are several class buildings. Like that one is a class building. This is a class building. This is a class. This is the one thing. I don't ever play over here, so I had no idea this area existed until like 2 seconds ago. I wish I was joking, but I really am not. I don't ever play a Foxbury. I don't like the look of it as much, which is really weird. I'm a very modern person. I like modern architecture much better. I'm trying to figure out if it's Mindy's vibe. I feel like it very well could be Mindy's vibe, for sure. Like, I'm not denying the Mindy vibe. Oh, she's cursing. She is cursing a ton, though. To be honest with you, she is a little swear buff. Okay, so I'm actually maybe we'll do some terms. We can do some enrollments because that's coming up. And we can do organizational events. We can also buy some university items. I don't think university items and university apparel are the same thing. But this is the first university of the day. We have 3 spots. We're also going to check out the main library, check out main town area. All right, and register for the class per term at university with each term lasting a week. Students may choose to take between 1 to 4 classes each term. Once students pass 12 classes, they'll have enough credits to graduate. Terms may begin for the Sims on any day, but the last day of the term will always be on the evening of the 5th weekday. That's a lie, but that's fine. Be sure to turn in your papers and presentations before the end of term. With the term end, students are asked if they wish to register for next term, and so forth and so forth. And their credits do carry over. They're in the same range of ballparks. Info packet from their schools when they can when they can apply to you. All older students are welcome to apply at any time via computer or mailbox. After applying, students will soon receive their application results, which will inform which distinguished grades have accepted them as students. Having better high school grades or experience in relevant skills would be a big help in landing a spot in a distinguished degree. If prospective students aren't accepted into these programs, however, they are always welcome to earn any standard degrees as well. So you can be stupid and still go to college. Students may then enroll in their first term at their university via whatever. And then these are the organizational events. We have the bot servants, the Foxberry Spirit Squad, and the Brainiacs. The Brainiacs is the one that makes me the most interested in this side because they are a group study session, and I wish both schools had Brainiacs. So you have Art Society, which I think she would get along with right now, and there's the event going on. So depending on how long it takes us to go through this, we could end up going to that event because it's near the Ubright Commons. So with the Spirit Corps and then the Debate Guild as well. I don't really know if she'd be interested in debate at all. Let's see what is there to buy. Let's see if she's going to walk away with anything, I should say. It doesn't look like it, so it looks like art history, biology. Like, I just see, like, communications, computer science, culinary, drama. I was interested in drama because I could totally see her being an actress at one point. I just think she wants to own a business, and I think she's going to choose one or the other, if I'm going to be honest with you. So all this is, like, moving into dorm room type of requirement. Let's go ahead and we'll just buy the Institute hat. We'll buy the Foxberry sweatpants. And we'll talk the sweatshirt as well. Is my mom just like playing? Okay. You know what? That's very London. I'm not going to lie to you. It does look very, very dry, which is really interesting because I always find Brightchester to be very well lived in. There's like always a lot of people. And maybe it's because we're just visiting and we're not like actually going to school here or anything like that. These are the two dorms. One's more expensive than the other. And both will, like I said, they're in the middle of a transition. Okay, so they actually have a road to get to Brightchester. That's pretty. Can't say this. I don't know if this is back here. What is that supposed to be? I'm getting lost. I'm lost. Okay, here we go. And then this is the dorm house, which I feel like would probably say very similar. Once again, I don't really know how I feel, how Mindy feels. I think Mindy's going to come out here by the water by herself. Just take a nice stroll. Like I said, she's just walking around campus. She's trying to figure out which campus works the best for her. So she's going to go ahead and walk on down. As this is not something that Brightchester offers, this is only a Foxberry thing. Brightchester has no hills, really. They do have some hills, but not really. And so these big like centerpieces and stuff are very much more on the lines of a Foxberry thing. Can I go out to this water out of curiosity? Oh, you can swim in this water. Oh, that's pretty cool. I have to wonder if that would be like a selling point for me, like personally. All right, well, that's Foxberry. Let's go ahead and move over to, I think we'll probably visit Brightchester next, and we'll end with the library. And she'll make her decision at the library. This is Brightchester. Brightchester did get an update, so I don't feel like I'm going to mess with it. Oh, that's cool. The little art thing back here. Very cool. Once again, I did not notice. We don't have a pond to jump into. Just saying. We do gotta get to the... Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, but this is really pretty, though, guys. I'm assuming... Oh, there's a... Well, we can tell which person who played in the save. So this is the main statue. I guess we didn't look at the statue for the other one. It's a book. This one is really about academia and things, at least in my opinion. So this is a school building. This is one of the dormitories. This is a school building. This is a dormitory. I've been here enough times. I should know. This is a stadium. And then the house, if we ever did move out into the country, is... Nope, not you. Hold on. I'll find it. You know, it very well could be this one. And then they decided to turn... Yeah, this would be university housing. And so this is what this one looks like in this save. It's a different building, and that's why I was expecting something a little different. So I think she's going to do the same thing. There's one relatively right in front of us. So we have all the university info. So I think we're just going to buy everything, and then she's going to take a walk around. I don't know which ones I bought, which ones I didn't buy. So I guess we'll find out here in a second. My big thing is I much prefer Brightchester over Foxberry when playing with university. Like I said, I don't think I've ever played with Foxberry, so I would be very interested in playing with Foxberry for sure. Okay, so she did that. Now I think she's just gonna, like I said, take a walk up and down the streets, and she's really pondering all these thoughts as she goes on these walks on, one, she's not really sure which school offers exactly what she's looking for. I feel like when you're school hunting in real life, you're looking for what you're going to school for, or what you think you might be interested in going to school for. And because how the Sims works and stuff, I'm not really sure. So I think this is just her way of trying to figure out if college life, being on campus, that type of thing is really what she wants, I think is like the big thing. It does seem like there's like a possibility that it could be. I do feel like she probably feels not like super at home here, but I do feel like she's better at home here than elsewhere. And I don't know if, like, once again, necessarily being Brightchester, I really probably will pick which school she goes on basing on what she wants to be, and she's still not, she's still not sure. I think if she goes to school, she's gonna go to like any school that's distinguished towards her, and I don't think that's gonna change. I mean, this is a smile with Brightchester. I'm just saying. It's a great photo, so you would have to wonder if she goes to Brightchester. That's gonna be the thumbnail. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and visit the library, which is always like one of my favorite places to visit, and then she'll make a decision if she's gonna go to college or not, to be honest, by the end of this episode. Okay, and lastly, this is downtown Brightchester, which I find to be very gorgeous. There are two buildings. Normally, these I don't actually use as residential homes when playing in Brightchester, just because there's just not enough lot, and sometimes you just gotta take away some residential. And then there is a pub that a lot of people do go to. But this is the library. The library will definitely get a good renovation before we come back, for sure. It's a bit pitiful, ain't gonna lie. I do like how there's like a roller skating rink, but that's about it. I think her and her mom are gonna go ahead and sit down together, as she has seen everything that there is to offer. And so I think they are having that conversation of her mom asking her, what's your choice? What are you deciding? Mindy being like, kind of her head in her clouds, being like, I'm definitely going to apply. It doesn't mean I'm going to go or not. It really just depends on what I get into. And so yeah, I definitely feel like that's very much like Mindy's answer. I feel like Mindy is being a little hard on this decision. Obviously, they're really pushing her to go to Foxbury, and I feel like even if she gets into distinguished degrees in Brightchester, I think her grandparents and her mom, and I even think her other mom went to Foxbury, if I'm not mistaken. She might not have. She might have went to Brightchester. I do have to wonder, but once again, my clearest of understandings is that her answer right now is that she will apply. Will she go? I don't know. Alright, if you guys enjoyed this episode, it was a little different. I kind of walked you around. We did like a little tour together, and I'm curious to see where Mindy stands on it, but this is her tour, her college tour. I feel like the only reason why this episode really exists, and the only reason why I really wanted to do it, was because it was such a big moment for me growing up with my college tour, and so I feel like for her as well, I feel like it's good. I wish that was an option that came to Discovery University, is that your sim could go on a college tour. That would have been really cool, and I guess I could have probably found a mod. It's not that big a deal. I took you around. It's fine. You got to see all the big things. Alright, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't comment down below. Hit the button to see next time for another review. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.